Alright, so I want to talk about subdomains. So subdomains are subcategory of your main domain. There's something called subdomain and there's something called add-on domain. So add-on domain can simply mean maybe you bought a hosting and that hosting gives you the um, it gives you the capacity to host more than one particular domain. So that way you can have different domains, global.site, so dot whatever, and you can then add them together in an add-on domain. But subdomain is a subcategory of one particular domain. So most hosting companies will give you subdomain, unlimited subdomain. So you can create unlimited subdomains for this global.site. For example, you can create shop.global.site, you can create real estate.global.site, you can create vet global.site, whatever shoe.global, whatever subdomain. You can create as much as you want and they can stay as a standalone website on their own. So you can use it for practical case, for practice. You use it to create different subdomains and create different types of websites just to make your hand stronger. So we're going to go through the process of creating a subdomain. So once you're in your cPanel, what you're going to have to look at for is domains. So you can see this is billing, this is database, this is email, so this is domain. So we're going to look for domain. So here we are in the domain. So you're going to look for this add-on and subdomain. This is where what we're looking for. So you click on add-on and subdomain. Now you're going to see this option pop up. Now remember, you must have tried to copy this your site. So just copy it for somewhere, or if you want to type it, you can still type it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to create a subdomain. You can see here they gave it as my.example.com. so what we're going to create now is global.site. So we're going to create something called, let's just use for example, let's use lawyer, or let's use law.global.site, law.global.site. So this is what we're doing. So once you do this, the next thing, you just click on submit. So when you click on submit, you will see here successfully created a new law.global.site domain with the documentation root of so that's it. So it's created. So now the next thing I need to go do now is, just like I said in the earlier video, about having to make sure that SSL is installed in all of your domains. So you might want to either force the SSL from here, or you can look for the auto SSL and see if it has installed. So I guess it has installed, but it's not fully installed, just a little more time. But nevertheless, I'm still going to take you through the process of just installing WordPress in this one now, because you already have WordPress in this our main site. So but because for practice we already have one site here, so for you to be able to do for multiple sites, you might need to be creating multiple subdomains just like we did, and then try out different type of things. So what you're going to do is so you go to WordPress, click on WordPress. So once you click on WordPress, so what do you do next? You try to install WordPress on that subdomain that you have created. So you click on install. So once you click on install, you can see options. So you click, you can see this is the subdomain we created. So remember, we don't just install like this, we install in https www, then try to remove this wp folder. So once you do that, never leave your password in this, just set any default password, whatever, something you can remember, so let's just do this. So I like to use this, so let's just do that. Give your site a name, let's call it law firm. The description, your everyday lawyer, let's just give it a string. Alright, so let's just call it this, and then we'll go ahead and install our WordPress. So now, so once you install WordPress, you could see it will stand as a standalone website on its own. So you can see, so right here we're in our WordPress dashboard right now. So this is our WordPress dashboard. So you can see, if you view your site now, you'll be able to see the site is showing something. So what do we do next? We put the theme as usual. We go to themes. from themes. These are the free themes. Look for new themes, so we can look for a few themes that we can use. So from here you can just, probably you might just have a lawyer, so let's search for a lawyer since I used the word law. So I think there should be a few lawyer stuffs. Yeah, I guess they are. So you can just install any of the template there and then you're good to go. So you start designing. So this is good. So you start designing your new sites.